Okay, good, good, good. Well, all right. Well, nice to meet you. Well, all right, Miss Correll, you're up next.
Hi, my name is Corel. Um, I enjoy gardening, and it's early in the morning and I got my coffee and I'm just ready to get started.
Awesome, awesome. And y'all, she has a gardening Facebook page too. What's the name of the Facebook group?
Black sisters and brothers who love plants and gardening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been growing. She just started it not so long ago, and you're up to almost 1,000 people.
Yeah, it's really it's just I'm surprised. But when they say you build it and they will come, and that phrase is so true.
Yeah, that is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to know you, nice to learn more about you. I love it. And so, is there anything else anybody want to say? Well,
No,
awesome.
I guess
Yeah.
we just excited to get started and to to make you successful.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Well, I'm excited. I got a smile on my face. I'm just like, yeah. As you can see, I'm a very enthusiastic. I'm just an enthusiastic person. Always smiling for something. Huh?
I said very much so, and I love it.
Yes. Smiling for something. I could be mad and I'm smiling a little bit.
Nobody can take that joy, period.
Yes, exactly. Well, I want to go ahead and get into a little bit about me because I know y'all were waiting for that a little bit. So let me go ahead and tell y'all a little bit. But I'm Taylor Simon. I'm the CEO and founder of Tailor Made Consulting Agency. I am from Beaumont, Texas, which is like a small town in Southeast Texas, in the US. And I've been married for 8 years now to my husband, Alfred Simon. Let me see something, because I put the picture of my kids and stuff up here. There's no way that, okay, there we go. Can y'all see them? Because I'm like, I need y'all to see my family. Uh-oh, it's not showing it. Can y'all see it on the screen? This picture right here?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know, it just went off.
Yeah, it's like, okay, there we go, right there. Well, that's me and my husband and my 2 kids. I don't know if I told y'all that I have twins. I think did I talk to you about it, Dio?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Did I talk to you about it, Catherine? I don't remember.
Yes, you told me. You mentioned that to me, yes.
Catherine, did I tell you?
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
You told me, yeah.
I don't know why Ken was want to hate on our picture this morning, but that's us, that's my family. And the things that I really love to do just outside of business, I love painting. I love just doing arts and crafts, organizing. Organizing for me is very therapeutic. I know it sounds weird, but I just love to organize. I see a mess and I'm like, ooh, let me just kind of like put my earphones and get my hands to it. And I also enjoy singing. I really, really enjoy singing. Before, I just wanted to show y'all this picture here. Before I got into business, I was actually trying to be the next Beyonce. Like, that was like my dream. That was my dream, and I still love Beyonce. That was what I was trying to do. And as you can see here, like, I was performing, that was my career. That was what I did. And, I was very serious about it. And I've been singing since I was 2. And then, as I had gotten older, I had just discovered there was more to me, that I was made for more. Get it? Tailor made. I was made for more. And yeah, so I was able to do what I'm doing now. Another thing I enjoy doing is photography. I started off as a freelance photographer. As you can see here, my hair, I actually dyed my own hair years ago. It was like super, super, I don't even know what color this is. It's like an orange reddish, like,
Looks like a ginger.
yeah, it was something that it was like this super ginger. And then it ended up getting lighter. I ended up dyeing it blonde at some point. But anyway, that's that picture. And so I just love writing and doing all things creative. And I'm also a woman of faith. I love Jesus. And outside of business, I'm in full-time ministry with my husband. And that's just what I love to do. And so a little bit about myself. And so a couple of other things about me. I actually graduated from the University of North Texas with my undergrad in fashion design and merchandising, music, and sociology. And I also went to graduate school and got my master's degree at SAGU in organizational leadership. And so I really learned a lot about being a leader, being a CEO of a business, or being a founder of a business. So or just being a leader in general. But why not be one of my own? And so I'm so glad to have that opportunity to be able to do what I'm doing today. And so just a little like back history. So my first job was at not Marketing Basket, but it was at Market Basket in high school. And it was actually this grocery store that I worked at, my first job ever. And I was really excited about it. And the first 3 months of working there, I got the customer service award. And it was like one of the most fulfilling things that I was ever able to do, because there were people that worked there for years that had not received that award. Like, I still have the award at my parents' house today. And so I'm just really proud of that, because I wanted to bring that up because I think it's important whenever you're going into any business, any job, any opportunity, corporately or whatever. I think it's important to have really amazing customer service. And one of the things that I heard a lot about, a lot from the customers that came into the store, I remember there was one customer, she was like, every time I come in here, she was like, I really just be wanting to come in here and just like get my groceries and leave. But she was like, it's something about your smile that's pleasant. It's something about the tone of your voice that really just makes me want to shop a little bit more. It makes me want to just stay here a little bit more. And I was like, really? At a grocery store? And she was like, absolutely, yes. And there were some other customers that would come in and they were just like, I come to this grocery store simply because of you. Because I could be having a bad day and you could just turn my whole day upside down. And so those are just a couple of things that, I wanted to just bring up a little bit about customer service, and we'll get more into that later on in your training. But that is very important, right? In sales, like, you gotta definitely bring a smile to people when they come on the phone. How do we, turn them from, hey, who are you? Like, why are you calling me? To, wow, I really want to hear more about what it is that you have to offer. It seems very interesting. It seems very insightful. It seems like you can really bring some impact to what it is that I'm doing or what it is that I'm starting to do, right? And so just another thing I wanted to bring up is that I've also hosted several sold out business brunches for small businesses, influencers, leaders, and creatives. And I was also able to give back to the community by sponsoring Nifty Students, which is network for teaching entrepreneurs. So one of the things that you'll probably see me doing if you're following me on my personal pages or even within the business realm, I've always wanted to support young entrepreneurs, young small businesses, young people who desire to be a small business owner. And so that's just one of the other ways that I just enjoy giving back. And so with Nifty in 2016, that you'll see a little bit of a testimonial here in a second. In 2016, I sponsored, I think about three or four students. They're basically from low income communities. And what Nifty does is that they take these students, or they take these kids from low income communities, and they mentor them and they teach them how to create and build their own businesses before they decide to just get into the corporate system, right? And so, you know, whenever you think about kids being in the low income communities, their first mind is like, oh, let me get a job so that I can take care of my family. But Nifty gives them a whole new perspective of life. They expose them to new things so that they can, you know, really establish their own income, you know, with their own business. And so just a little bit background on some of the video. So let me just show you what we did here at the Brand New You. At the time it was called Brand New You. Okay, are y'all able to see this? Okay.
I am the owner, the CEO of Body Grown, the only fashion forward, stylistic rainwear. Be rain, sleet, or snow, we have you covered from head to toe.
I didn't even explain what my day has been like, but the only thing that I can tell you is that Jay Bolin has been Jay Bolin for 10 years now, and I'm a brand new Jay Bolin.
So that was it. Were y'all able to hear the music and everything? Okay, great.
A
So
little
that was in 2016, and then that video was to promote the 2017 conference, conference that we were getting ready to have. And so let me show you. This is the Nifty. She was over the Nifty program.
Build our brand here in North Texas and to impact and reach more students. And I had felt discouraged, and today I was reinvigorated. I have been challenged over the last year.
So she was the director over that program. So I wanted to just kind of share a little bit about that, because that really kind of dives in a little bit about the culture of TMCA. You know, we don't just want to, you know, of course, bring in income, but we want to also make an impact, you know, in the in our communities around us at the same time, right? And so that's really just another element of TMCA. We also had a conference in 2017, and then we had one in 2020. Mind you, all these conferences were sold out. They were sold out. We also had celebrity guests. Jay Bolin was actually a celebrity fashion stylist, and we had it from the community. And so we also had in 2017, we had the largest dentist office. As you were, EJ, I'm sure you probably have heard of them before. They're called Mint Dentistry.
Yes.
Yes, and so they were out in Texas. They're the largest, one of the largest dentist offices that are changing the game, that are really standing out and being tailor-made in their industry, literally. And we were able to have them to be one of the speakers at my conference in 2017, and that was a mind-blowing experience. And I really also got a chance to kind of get a little bit more of an idea of what that industry kind of looked like. I got a little bit of insight on, you know, the dental health hygiene industry by working with them as well. And so anyway, last year we also had a virtual conference. It was, you know, it was amazing. So let me just go ahead and show a little bit of that. And then we're going to dive into like the history of TMCA. Okay. So this is the blog. So these are the little, those different sessions that we have from last year. I need to pull, that's not the right link. So anyway, that's not the right link that I need to show y'all, but I'll probably send that to you guys. I'll send this PowerPoint to y'all in a separate email so that y'all can see that, but I want to go ahead and get moving. So history highlights. So I started my first business in 2011, or at least, you know, it wasn't like an official business it was just something that I just enjoyed doing. It was called Taste Divine Designs at the time. And I was a freelance graphic designer and photographer. As you saw some of the pictures that I showed y'all, I was just kind of like the girl down the street that people can call and, call on any time of the night to just, get a flyer design or to get, some type of logo design. I didn't really take it too much seriously at the time, but, as I started to grow and to develop, and people started to really kind of get to know me through word of mouth, I started to grow clients. And so as the years went on, in 2013, I got a little bit more serious. I even rebranded my business. I actually made and built a website by this point, and I rebranded it, and it was called Divine Desires. And I branded it because I wanted it to have a more professional feel, because I truly believe that professional people draws professional people. And so if you're professional, if you are, really well developed in what it is that you're doing, that attracts professional clients and customers at the same time too. And so that's the mindset that I had at the time. It was a brand development and marketing company. And it was very successful at that time. That's when I had the conferences for small business owners and things like that. And like I said, I partnered with Nifty, a global educational nonprofit focused on bringing the power of entrepreneurship to youth in low-income communities. And so I was able to do that. But over a period of 8 years, there have been a lot of changes in technology. I'm sure that, you all know that there's just been a lot of things that have shifted in the digital landscape, right? With COVID that's happening right now, I mean, a lot of opportunities are opening up online. This is kind of like where we are. And so, which basically inspired a new approach to marketing from my perspective. And so in 2019, I basically relaunched my business after I had my kids. I had the twins in 2018. And for about a year or two, I was actually I was down. I was taking care of my kids, been a mom. And in 2019, when, I kind of came back from all of that, the world was changed. Everything has shifted. And so the way that you did marketing, you couldn't do it the same before. And so I relaunched my business as Tailor-Made Consulting Agency. And interestingly enough, I had a business coach years ago who actually told me to name my business that from the beginning. I just didn't listen. And so I finally listened, and I named it TMCA. And we are a digital marketing and creative media firm that specializes in brand development, digital marketing solutions, creative media and design, photography and videography, and strategy and consulting. And so one of the things that I realized that there are a lot of companies lacking individuality and desire to simultaneously grow their business results. And so one of the things that I've been working on and that I've just seen over the years, just with working with a lot of, influencers and small business owners and entrepreneurs, is that a lot of them are ashamed of their brand. They're making money, because we not only work with emerging small businesses, leaders, and influencers, but we also work with established small businesses, influencers, and leaders, right? And so just with those two audiences, one of the things that I have realized is that some of them are ashamed of their brand. They don't like their brand. They don't like the way that it looks. And so most of the time, they just don't pour a whole lot of energy into it because they don't really want to talk about it. And so I've reached out to a lot of the clients that I have today and discovered that a similar thread, a common thread, is that, many of them are making money, but most of them have hit a cap as far as how much money or how much profit or revenue that they can bring in, because they're not bringing any new clients. Part of the reason they're not bringing new clients in this new digital landscape is because they still have yet to pivot their marketing strategy. They still have yet to pivot the way that they present themselves, online and in person to newer clients, right? And so And so one of the things that I really am passionate about is limiting brand shame and building lead generating streams for these particular audiences with their website and branding and other supporting elements as well. And so currently in the now, I'm going all in this idea, and I've been able to work with multiple 5-figure clients by shifting my marketing strategy in the way that I deliver my message to these particular audiences. And I found that it's been very successful. And because I'm very clear on who it is that I'm wanting to target and what it is that we have to offer, we've been able to attract and draw the individuals that, that I've been able to target. And so, like I said, I'm going all the way in with this, and I'm inviting other team members like you to join me on my journey of growth. And so here we are today. My goal is to really scale the company and build long-term relationships with team members. And so one of the things that I want to do, even though that y'all are sales reps, I realized that a lot of y'all have other gifts and other skills and other talents that may be of a great, will be a great asset or great portion of the business in the long run. And so my job is not to say, hey, we're having y'all on the team and then, you're not here tomorrow. I really want to build a long-term relationship with you ladies. And so depending on how things kind of flow even now will determine your place. You might be in a different place in the company in the near future. And so, and another thing that I want to do is, of course, is positively impact my community. That's also the goal as well. I want to positively impact families, impact individuals. And one other thing I want to say is that I'm also grateful to have every single one of you. I don't take for granted anything in any of my team members. And so just moving forward to TaylorMade Consulting. So we are a full service digital marketing agency for emerging and established small businesses, influencers, and leaders, okay? Just to kind of give you an idea of who we are and who it is that we're targeting. We specialize in building brands that pop. As you can see, my branding strategy stands out, it pops. We really enjoy creating captivating experiences from the time that, our particular clients and customers go, their clients and customers go to their website or their online presence or their social media or see their print collateral. We want them to be like, wow. We want them to be like, that looks bomb. That looks amazing. We want them to be, blown away. That's just kind of some of the terms that I will use. We want their customers and clients to be blown away. We want them to be captivated to the point to where they're just like, listen, we have to work with these people. And so just a couple of things that I wanted to kind of share. I know, Dio, you had asked the other day, you were just like, so why is branding important? Like, what? You were like, why is this even important? Like, and you weren't saying it in a rude way, but I do want to kind of explain a little bit the reason why branding is important for businesses, and so branding, for one, it increases sales. If you think about, I don't want to get into that right now, but branding increases sales and revenue for your business. The effectiveness of your branding, it determines the movement of your customers, okay? And so if your branding is tempting, tasteful, and transforming, then your results will be through the roof. That's just kind of like my definition of branding. If it's tempting, if it's captivating, if it draws your attention, if it attracts you, because the thing is, it's kind of like, before people, I'll say this, think of your website or your branding as like, especially online, as your online real estate.
Or your personality.
Yes, it's a personality.
Branding is basically, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Branding is basically who you are.
Absolutely.
So like, say your Facebook page, how people see you on your Facebook page. So if you're putting on Facebook that you like photography, so that photography, and you just post a lot of things about photography. Well, that's your brand. That's who you are. That's who people see you are. They see you as this good photography individual, this person that
Yeah.
knows how to take pictures and all that kind of thing. However, if someone says something negative, it can affect your brand. It can
Yes,
affect
it can.
who you are
Yes, it
as an
can.
individual. So you kind of have to think about it on a bigger scale.
Yes.
So that is kind of like on my take as of what branding is. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And so I mean, while we're there, y'all kind of, I think I want to give everybody an opportunity to kind of think about what branding is to them, what marketing is to them, so that we can kind of have an idea of where everybody's perspective is, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I think branding, I definitely agree with what you said. And I think branding is very important because that's kind of the first thing that people get to see when they talk about you or your
Mhm.
company or the things associated with you, which is why a lot of times you see that businesses go through rebranding because, what worked for the last 5-10 years may not
Mhm.
work for a time like now. And a lot of times when you're branding,
Mhm.
it's in accordance to like, the kind of age that you're living in or the kind of society that your business is in or just what you're surrounded by. Not saying that branding takes away from individuality, but you do it in such a way that you can truly deliver like your image and show people who you are, but in a way that is captivating and that people would
Yes,
want to, invest in it or want to discover what it is. So
absolutely.
Mhm. It's almost like your reputation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
All right. So I don't know if you want to go Dio or Catherine.
Don't worry, I'm taking my notes. I'm taking notes of everything.
Yeah,
Your
go ahead.
branding is just you. Branding is you. Your basically whatever you design, that means
Mhm.
it speaks for you. So branding is basically you. You communicating something to them, to your audience. So whatever you post, whatever you do, whatever you post on your page, that means you're speaking about yourself, about who you are. So basically, I agree with Cora, I agree with Eju, and I agree with you too. So I'm fine.
Absolutely. And Catherine?
I totally agree with all the ladies, and I think branding is, to put it in short for me, is the way you want your customers to view you in their minds.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
that's branding for me.
That is exactly right.
Mhm.
And so I'm probably going to send y'all, I'm going to send y'all a copy of my book. But I have a book, it's called 7 Secret Strategies to Attract Dream Clients. And I talk all about branding, marketing, design, all those things. And so it'll give y'all also just a deeper idea of what branding is as well. And so number 2, as it relates to, why branding is important, is your branding helps to make your mark in the world. Right? It unifies all of your logo, your online presence, your products, services, and it establishes a clear message across all platforms and mediums. If clear, consistent branding kills confusion and increases cash flow. Okay, and so this is so extremely important. I've been teaching this for years to small business owners and to influencers and leaders. I'm like, listen, your branding has to be consistent. If it is not consistent, then it will kill your cash flow. If you have, if your brand colors, if the theme and the overall aesthetic is not clear and consistent on all platforms, meaning their website, their marketing collateral, their social media, all of these different things, even when it comes out to an advertisement, because whenever you think about Facebook ads, which is something that I also want to incorporate within the company, well, we're going to be hiring somebody soon to do that. But Facebook ads, you have to have an ad that is consistent with your brand, so that when they see the ad, they can it builds brand recognition. They can recognize, oh, well, this is that particular brand. I've had people to tell me that they knew that my brand was my brand was TMCA because they were able to recognize it. They know that it's bright. They know that it has, you know, really bright colors, and they just know the overall aesthetic. I've built relationships with my clients to the point to where they understand, they get it. They're like, oh my gosh, that's TMCA, that's tailored, that's tailor made. And so just having it all unified is very, very important. So just even think about Target. Do y'all have a Target out there? No? Okay.
No, we don't.
No, okay, so
How about a Walmart?
a Walmart. Is there a Target out there?
Not
Walmart?
even a Walmart.
No
Not in
Walmart.
Zimbabwe.
How about Coca-Cola?
Oh, we do have Coca-Cola, yes.
Coca-Cola. Okay,
Yeah.
so whenever you see the Coca-Cola brand, whenever you see the Coca-Cola, the logo, without them even marketing or talking about anything specific in regards to their brand, you automatically recognize that that's Coca-Cola. Their colors are consistent. Are their colors red out there in Zimbabwe? And
Red, yes. Red and white.
Red
Yes.
and white, right?
Yes.
And so the power of branding, right? It's speaking a language, it's speaking to the personality of the brand. They even have the cursive, you know, script font, you know, so that is the power of branding. One of the other things I really enjoy is that, have y'all heard of Windex out there as well? Windex, okay. So there is a,
Like the window cleaner.
a window cleaner, yes. So there's a pop,
It's out there.
there's a Windex out there
I mean, in Nigeria, I
in
used it.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a brand called Windex, and I just wanted to bring it to this point. There's a brand called Windex and
Sorry, ours is Windolin.
Windolin. Okay,
Yes.
so Windolin. So in the States, Windex is like the top, you know, window cleaning brands, right? And so interestingly enough, Windex have done such an amazing job at branding and at their brand and their messaging and their marketing, to the point to where whenever anybody sees or purchases any cheaper brand or any other window cleaning brand, they call it what? Windex. I got Windex.
That is very true.
Yeah, right. It's very true. It's and it may not be the brand. It's not even a Windex brand, but because Windex have done a great job at being consistent and unifying all of their branding and being consistent with their marketing, they don't even have to be in the room and people are still talking about them. That's the power of branding. And that's what we want to do for our clients and customers. And that's inevitably what we want to do with TMCA, right? As we're selling and as we're promoting at the same time. Another thing is why branding is important is that captivating and interesting branding creates loyal customers. Kind of like what I was talking about with Windex and some of your favorite brands. Loyalty develops your customers into brand ambassadors. And so once people one of my favorite stores is Target. And so I'm like a Target brand ambassador. You know, they don't even have to hire me, but I'm going to promote their business because I just love Target. And so that's just free marketing for them. And so that's what we want to create and establish with the branding strategies that we're going to develop for our clients and customers at the same time too. So their influence, meaning the brand ambassadors, will introduce new customers to your company. And so when you have a solid, consistent, captivating, interesting, attractive, strategic, influential, impactful branding strategy, these are the things that a lot of our clients and customers are able to do. That's the power of branding. So I just wanted to share that a little bit. And so let me go ahead and pull up the website so that y'all can also just get a little bit of, and like I said, this won't be the last time that we talk about the culture and the vision and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to give you just a brief overview of everything. And so why do people,
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you guys, y'all see me with a blanket, but my back is hurting.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry about that. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
laying down.
No, you're good. You being comfortable lets me know that you feel comfortable. You're like, okay, I think I can be here. One of the things that y'all realize about me, I'm very down to earth. Very down to earth, and I try to make every single one of my team members feel like they belong. That's just the type of culture and atmosphere that I want to set, that you feel like you belong, that you don't feel like, oh Lord, like I'm going to work, I'm doing something for this lady and she fussing it. I don't like to be that kind of person. And so I've had to be in the past, with some team members, but I do believe that y'all were handpicked and that you will be able to do an amazing job. And so before I show you this website, I want to show you my old website and just the difference of the marketing strategies that I kind of been able to do. Okay, I left up my old website for this reason alone, so that I can show y'all the difference. And this website actually isn't even updated yet. Isn't updated because I don't use it anymore. And so we're not going to use this for promoting purposes, but just for teaching purposes alone for y'all. And so let me share my screen again. All right. Okay, here we go. So this was Divine Desires. So this was the old branding strategy that I had, right? For me, everything it looked okay. The website isn't updated, because it's not updated right now because I don't use this website anymore. But as you can see, it was sleek, it was professional, it was very I don't know. What are some words that you would describe this by just looking at the image here?
Common.
Yeah.
Cookie cutter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not your website anymore, so
No, it's not. You can be extremely honest with me. I love that.
What she said?
Common cookie cutter.
Common cookie cutter. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks too serious. Like it's for.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It looks serious.
It look like it's for like younger people. It looks like it's for like older people.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually like the color. I like this color that you mix together, the gold and the blue. Is it blue or purple rather? Also, okay, dark blue.
Purple.
I think I just like it. Okay, I like the color. Really. Not bad.
Beautiful. Yeah. So all those words are exactly, what was kind of going on in my head. And so when I got into the industry, I did a lot of research on what other businesses were doing. Right. I was really looking at their branding strategy. I was like, and I was like, well, because they're successful at the way that they are positioning their brand, because they are successful at the way that they are marketing their brand, I was like, well, let me kind of conform to the cookie cutter, common, very serious and very professional image, so that I can really attract and draw the clients and customers that I would like. Right. Mind you, I had clients and customers, and things like that. But to be honest with you, I was not making the money that I make today. When I tell you, there were people who honestly were super extremely intimidated by this brand. To the point to where they didn't even want to work with me. They were just like, well, she's gonna be way too expensive. She's not related. These are things that they were telling me that it's not relatable. It's not really speaking, to me in a way that really stimulates, their personality and draws them and attracts them. And so my approach was serious. It was rigid. It was money focused and not people focused. And I needed to shift. And so as you can see, things have shifted to TMCA. All right, can y'all see this website? Everything it's total drastic change, right? Just drastic. It's like just different. And so it's different because I've gotten clear on my target audience, and I've gotten clear on the personality and the messaging that I want to share with my business. We don't just work with young people. We actually I've worked with, interestingly enough, I've also worked with people in the it was like, I don't remember the name of their business, but it was a police department. They worked with, they did consulting for police departments. They were captains and sergeants. And so that was interesting. So we've worked with a diverse group of people. But one thing that I've realized about this brand is that every single time, especially recently over the past 2 years, every single time my clients and customers come to me, they say the same exact thing. Okay. I have another team member that's getting ready to get on. Okay. And so we are just, so we're obsessed with creating unforgettable brands. And like I said before, in some messaging that we're, always in marketing cannot keep up. Scaling your business sales without sacrificing your brand individuality is something that I'm very, 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 very passionate about. And so why do people come to TaylorMade? Why do people like this brand now? Is because we got tired of the rigid, unrelatable, lackluster, some of the words that you used, EJ, was the common, serious, cookie cutter brand aesthetic. We got tired of that. It was boring, it was bland, and it wasn't really standing out in the way that it needed to stand out in the industry that I was in. The branding and marketing industry is oversaturated. And so you have to do everything that you can to reposition yourself in a very captivating way. And so we started customizing bold, iconic experiences that stand out, speaks to the right audience, and multiplies our clients and customers' money, right? One of the things that I really enjoy talking about is that people want to connect with real people and they want to connect with real people with a personality, right? Most of the time when you see commercials for different brands and different businesses, you see I don't know, have y'all heard of Old Spice? Basically, it's like a men's,
they do deodorant.
Yes, it's like a men's
antiperspirant.
Yeah, a men's deodorant brand. And so with that brand, the way that they promote their brand on commercials is with this man doing random stuff, riding on horses, just being in the shop. It's just weird stuff. It's like, what does this have to do with the brand, right? And at the end of every video, he holds the Old Spice product in his hand, and that's it. It just ends the entire commercial. Hello, Joy. So glad that you're here with us today.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, it's okay.
No.
It's okay. I'm actually recording this video, so it's okay. But anyway, and so basically they connected their brand with the person. And so whenever people can connect with the personality of a person, they're able to better connect with the personality of the brand. We're human beings. We are stimulated, we are motivated by emotion, by storytelling, right? That's all a part of the marketing process. How can we tell a story with the brand? How can we tell a story with, the language that we're utilizing, and not just the verbal written language, but also the visual language. Branding is also visual language. It's speaking to something, it's telling a story of something, right? And so one of our stories is that we love breaking the rules to disrupt what's common by simply owning our difference. And a lot of our clients and customers want to do the same thing. And so this just kind of like gives you an idea of, even my background is that I was a captivating performer. And so coming from the entertainment industry, I've really learned the art of captivating an audience, right? I've learned the art of doing that. And that has really allowed me to incorporate that within the industry that I'm in right now, into this, and beyond the stage, I've been able to bring that skill of being a captivating singer into being a captivating communicator. And so this journey unearthed a passion to customize bold, captivating brands that illuminates an authentic message, both verbally and visually. And so the services and products, I wouldn't say products, but the services that we offer are website design, brand identity, digital and print marketing, brand photography, graphic design, strategy and consulting, and book publishing. And so that just is kind of a little bit of an overview of TMCA. We're going to talk more about it. I'm going to give you more training about it soon. Next thing that I want to get into is our work. I want to get into our work, just a couple of examples of some of the work that we were able to do here recently. I just pulled up 3 different brands. We were able to do a lot of different things with these different brands, and I could show you like book publishing things and stuff like that. I actually have a portfolio that we can utilize to show people some of our work, but this is just some of the stuff that we did recently. And so I'm going to just click on a couple of examples. And so this is an example that we recently designed for an influencer. She's an influencer, she's a leader in her industry, and we basically customized and built a very standout, captivating brand for the business industry that she's in. And so that's an example right there. And let me also pull in another example. So all of these are custom brands that we've built. We did her branding, we did all of her social media graphics, as you can see. We did her social media templates. We did the social media graphics, all that kind of stuff. And then with this one, we also were able to do some systems and strategy with her brand. And so let me see if it's going to pull up. Okay, there we go. So this is another influencer that we recently did. That's her website. Okay, and so that's some of the work. Actually, Joy, she helped me with some of these projects as well. And so I just love her. She really does a great job with assisting me with some of these projects.
Hey y'all,
So
what's up? I'm Sophia Ruffin. I just want to take a moment to say, working with Tailor Made Consulting Agency has been one of the best decisions I've made with my brand and with my business. Taylor and her team go above and beyond. What I love the most is the excellence, the follow through, the follow up, the communication, and the accountability. I love the fact that when they begin a project, you're in the loop of communication on when it started, where we at with the process, and when it's going to be complete. Everything is done in a timely manner, and the communication that she has set up to make sure both parties are accountable for the follow through of what they're assigned to do. I just think it's an incredible experience. She is an excellent person. She go above and beyond to make sure that you're good and what she do looks good. So you definitely, Taylor, are worth what you charge. And so I would encourage everybody out there who have a brand, a product, a business, or whatever you're doing, videos, whatever, connect with Tailor Made Consulting Agency. It will be one of the best decisions you've made and the best investments you've made for your business or your brand.
All right, and so that was one of our customers recently. We actually did one of the other services that we offer is video production and video editing. And so we did some of that for her YouTube channel. And so that was really exciting to work with her. Here are just some other testimonials of what people are, what our clients are saying. Tailor Made Consulting Agency designed the book cover to my book, Manifest Your Vision, Living Life in Full Color Edition. It is beautiful, and I get compliments all the time. Taylor also did my logo and brand element for the Glam Coach LLC. I highly recommend this agency. Dion said that I have been so grateful for the Tailor Made Consulting team, and because of them, my business has grown from beginners to expert. I can't thank Taylor enough for her continuous professionalism and punctuality, the best business decision that I have ever made. And so that's just a little bit about TMCA. What I want to do, just really briefly, did y'all able to, did y'all get the agreements that I sent y'all? I don't know. I need to make sure that did y'all get it? Everybody got it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And so just to kind of go briefly, I wanted to kind of make it sweet, just short, as I feel like a lot of agreements be too long. And so I wanted it to be straight to the point so that you knew exactly what this position was, what you were doing and all that. Did you have a chance to look at it? Because I'm not going to go through every single detail of it, But what I do want to do is just kind of go over it a little bit and just kind of see if y'all had any questions about it. So did y'all have any questions about anything before I just kind of pull it up really quickly?
I'll ask questions, as you go along, if I have any.
Yeah, did anybody else have any questions? Because I know, let me see if I can just pull it up so that y'all can kind of see a little example of one. Okay, I'm going to just share my screen really quickly. All righty. Okay, so here we go right here. All right, so the sales representative commission only agreement. Okay, so this just at the top, it just kind of goes into, I'm just going to kind of go through here briefly, just, what's in the agreement so that everybody's just clear on roles and all those different things and other details. And so the sales commission agreement serves as authorization for the sales representative to sell goods or services on behalf of the employer, which is tailor-made consulting agency. These rights are non-transferable and non-exclusive. The employer reserves the right to restrict the sales representative's rights through various restrictions, including geographic restrictions. The sales representative agrees to sell goods and services under the employer's brand. Goods or services may not be rebranded for any reason. So we want to make sure we're keeping that brand consistency with our clients and customers. The sales representative agrees to abide by the employee's pricing policies. You shall not offer discounts without the employer's written approval. I'll provide, discount. If there is a discount, I'll definitely keep y'all informed about that. And then, sales representative agrees to accurately represent and state employers' policies to all potential and present customers as well. And you agree to telephone the employer with reasonable frequency to discuss sales activity within the sales territory. And your sales territory is basically the leads that I will provide for you. And so in the beginning, I will be providing you leads that you can that you'll be utilizing and also reaching out to, building relationships with, all those different things. And I'll also be providing some scripts and things like that. And we'll also come together to strategize on the best way to approach a particular client as well. We'll do that together. And we'll collaborate too, if y'all would like. Okay, so some of the responsibilities involve cold emails, DMing people on Instagram and Facebook, cold calling, scheduling appointments, lead generation, closing calls, in-person prospecting. And so this is like really important for people who are in the US. And so, of course, also answering questions about the products, products and services that we have, emphasizing the features of the products and services to highlight how they solve customer problems, and then contact new existing customers to discuss needs, maintain contact lists, and follow up with customers to continue relationships. And so you shall also furnish as they develop the following information for the employer: current activities of sales representative by written monthly or quarterly reports, competitive marketing problems and current developments in sales representatives territory. So that's just kind of like communicating with us, if you're having any problems or complaints, with anybody. Now I'll probably take over it, or we'll just kind of discuss how to resolve that. And then all comments, complaints, and critical remarks for customers. Okay. And so although it's not a requirement for the sales for you all to do this, but one of the things that we do recommend is to spend a minimum of 15 hours per week or more to achieve maximum commission results. Okay. And so that's just kind of like, to highlight how you're able to really maximize this position and really gain the income that you desire to achieve. And so those are just some other payment of taxes information that you can kind of go through as well. And so this also discusses the status of each sales representative. Each part, the parties intend a sales representative to be a commission-only independent contractor, not an employee of TaylorMade Consulting. TaylorMade Consulting Agency is interested only in the results obtained under this agreement. The manner and means of handling sales shall be under the sole control of the sales representative. Sales representative shall adhere to all laws and ethical standards applicable to the salesperson in the business and industry of TMCA, and shall perform in a manner consistent with general accepted procedures for that profession. So basically making sure that you're just being in a line, not being crazy over the phone, just in short. Really, really, maintaining ethical behavior over the phone and in communication with the clients, because you are representing TaylorMade Consulting Agency. And so sales representatives shall pay all of their own expenses in connection with the solicitation of sales under this agreement. Of course, this does not include certain things that I will provide y'all, like emails and different things like that. Numbers and all that kind of stuff that will provide you guys to be able to do your work here successfully. This is just like extra stuff. And so that's that. Let me just kind of go through this really quickly. Just some things that I think that y'all may want to hear. Okay, so the commission structure. So the employer agrees to compensate sales representative for sales of the employer's goods or services as follows. As compensation for the services performed pursuant to this agreement, the employee shall receive a commission of 10% of the net sales defined below of merchandise sold to the customers. So net sales means the amount of gross sales less any returns or allowances attributable to those gross sales, okay? And so accrual of commissions. Commissions are earned when payment for the merchandise is actually received by the employer. The payout structure and schedule. Commissions are distributed upon payment, right? Well, upon us receiving the payment from the client or customer. If the customer or client chooses a specific payment schedule or payment plan, or will make monthly payments, the sales representative will get a cut of their 10% every time the customer or client pays TMCA within 5 business days of payment received to allow payment processing, okay? So if payment is made in full, then full commission will be held upon payment being received within 5 business days to allow payment processing. If the client is late on their paying their installment payment, then your payment will be late. Our policies may be modified from time to time, and as such, commission shall be paid in accordance with current policy in place at the time. And so we definitely will do our very best on this side to making sure that, like as you heard one of the clients say, that we do our due diligence in trying to hold our clients and customers accountable, and really being consistent with them and making sure that they're getting their payments in on time, that they are submitting their work on time and all those different things, so that we're staying on a schedule, because they're not the only ones that are involved in this business, right? We have a team that's involved. We also have other clients and customers that are involved as well. And so if one person or if one business is delaying the business, then it's a potential that it can impact other parts of the business. And so we definitely try our best to make sure that we're not, that we don't have a delay, right? And so commission payments upon termination. Commissions are only earned while you are here, right? And so should you terminate your employment or be terminated by TMCA, you will earn commission only through your final date of employment. You will not be eligible to earn any further commissions on future revenue. Commissions will only be paid on sales that are closed as defined above on or before the date of termination. So I also discussed some of this with each of you as well in regards to bonus compensation. You may be eligible to earn bonuses from time to time based upon a variety of factors. The terms and conditions for such bonuses may vary according to the circumstances. So TaylorMade Consulting Agency, in its sole discretion, will determine whether you are eligible for a particular bonus. As we continue to grow and develop relationships with each other, and depending on the level of work and the quality of work that you're able to offer, we will do incentives and compensation in the future as you are growing here with TMCA, okay? Okay, and so that is just, some more details on termination. Sales representatives shall provide employer a 2-week notice should the sales representative intend to terminate this agreement. This is something that we really would appreciate. If you do decide, you know, to transition or do something else, please let us know. Please communicate with us so that we can let everybody else know, and also be in the process of bringing somebody else on to replace your space. And so sales representatives shall return promptly all materials and samples provided by employer to the sales representative if either party terminates this agreement. And of course, the employer shall grant sales representative a 2-week notice should the employer wish to terminate this agreement. And so that's just just a brief overview of this agreement for each of you. Did any of you have any questions for me in regards to the agreement and the information that I just shared? I tried to keep it as clear as possible, as cut and dry as possible, because, you know, nobody have time for all the fluff, you know.
What type of materials will we be getting?
Yeah, so some of the materials that you'll be getting are like brochures, pamphlets. Me and Iche actually chatted about this in her interview a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed her her insight. And one of the things that I want to provide individuals who are going to be doing some in-person visits, we are also going to provide some sort of gifts and things like that that you can provide or give to the potential customer or client, so that what's the word that you used, EJ?
Oh, so I call them cedars. So
Incentive?
they're called cedars. So cedars because you actually plant them. So for instance, like you make something like small, maybe like a potentially what you would design for their company. So it could be like a business card or like a pamphlet or something like that, just to kind of captivate their interest. So that way you actually are able to get an appointment with them and they actually decide to talk to you. You know, I feel like it's just more effective. When I did my internship, the company I worked for, they did that a lot, and that actually had a lot of callbacks and email backs and things like that. So yeah, they're called cedars, like seeds.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really amazing idea. And so we'll provide those cedars, business cards as well, and anything else that we need to make your in-person visit successful, right? We want to leave something with them. We want to plant a seed with them so that they won't forget us. We want to be unforgettable in their minds before, you know, you leave their business or establishment. So does that answer your question? Perfect. And what I also want to do for the in-person, I also want to provide like a t-shirt or something like that, you know, as you're representing TMCA as well, so that we can still have that level of professionalism. Because even though, you know, we do express and exude a lot of personality, we also want to deliver professionalism as well. And so we'll be doing both. Okay. All righty. And so here are just my goals for the rest of the year. Well, for 2022, I would like at least 4 5K clients, at least 4. I know that's like, what? Out of all the people that we're going to be talking to, like, okay, I mean, we're just starting, right? You know, you're going to be going through at least 90 days of training. Okay. 90 days of training. Within the first 90 days, we'll be doing a lot of that. And you'll have plenty of opportunities to work your magic from the sales position. And so, but for this year, my goal is 4 new 5K clients. And one of the things that I want to do is also diversify my target audience. And so in moving into 2022, just to kind of give you a little bit of what my goals are, and I'll share a little bit more of it later. My goal is to diversify our target audience and our overall client portfolio. I really want to engage with more diverse groups of people as it relates to their industries and also as it relates to their gender. I've been able to work with males in the past, but I definitely want to diversify and expand my audience. I know I want to work with more small businesses as well. We've been able to do that here recently. Before we kind of started off by working with influencers and leaders, I was able to really captivate the attention of those individuals. But now we're moving into really capitalizing on opportunities with small businesses in the area. The reason being is because, like I said, the new digital landscape that we're in right now, a lot of small businesses are going under, or they've had some form of impact on COVID and just everything that's been kind of happening right now with just the digital landscape that requires people to kind of be involved in. And also too, one of the things that Dio had mentioned, and I just want to kind of express this with y'all, is that she was just like, well, what about, those established small businesses? Because, it's easy to like promote and market to emerging when they're starting first, when they're starting new, they're starting from the ground up. We're building their brand, we're building their website, right? They don't have those things, they don't have those things already. But with established small businesses who already have a website, who already have all of their marketing material and things like that, the direction that we want to go in with them is we want to help them improve what they already have. We want to definitely, as sales reps, we want to make sure that we're doing our research, we're doing our due diligence beforehand to see what materials that they already have, that how can we improve them? What do they not have? In cases that they have like a social media person, what if their social media person is charging too much? We could charge probably a fraction of the cost of what their social media manager is charging. Or we can also just provide quality graphic design for their social media platforms that really speaks to their marketing and messaging. We can help redesign their website. Some of their websites could be old, bland, and boring. It may not be speaking to the new digital landscape that we're in right now. And so how can we pivot their branding? How can we pivot their marketing strategy? And so just be thinking about that as well as the weeks come as well. Okay.
I think the rebranding process with a lot of companies is going to increase because of Facebook. Facebook, as you all know, is getting ready to change their name, and it's going to be like a digital world. So that means that for right now, a lot of businesses have their business on Facebook. So that means that Facebook is going to be the leader in how those landscapes change. So that, I think right now is a good starting point to do that because of the changes that is going to happen in the future.
Absolutely.
So be vigilant on that.
Yes, I think what I was just doing some research, on a lot of major corporations and small businesses in the area, and one of the top 5 businesses that are really skyrocketing and making lots of money right now are marketing and branding agencies. Right? There is a pool of small businesses, influencers, and leaders that either they want to rebrand and they want to upgrade their branding to scale, or to just to draw back or bring back their current clients and customers. And there's a lot of people who are really wanting to position themselves in a strategically captivating way, because they have no other choice. If they're not standing out, then they're stuck. Okay.
They're not going to have a choice.
Yeah.
Once all this gets started, you go see a whole bunch of, you should see an increase in sales. And
absolutely.
You should see an increase in sales, and you should see an increase in your business or in any kind of marketing business.
Yeah.
All this takes place because
absolutely
this is going to be like a new beginning for everybody, not only for businesses, but for individuals as well. So yeah, this is the right to jump into it.
Absolutely. So do y'all have any questions about my goals and things like that for the rest of this year? Any questions? Are you sure, Dio? Because you look at
I think,
Okay, so you mentioned training for 90 days. That should be 2 months. I mean, yes, November, December, that'll be 2 months. So when is the actual job or the work starting, the tax? When is it starting? Is it January? Is it why we're having a training? I just want to know. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, so you're actually going to start receiving some tasks and things to do within the coming weeks before the year is out. And so throughout your training process, you're still going to be having tasks and things to do, and also leads to connect and reach out to. And so the reason being is because I want you to kind of like get a little warm, and you to just get practice, and not just say that you don't have experience in doing this. But part of the reason why I'm providing you my past and also newer leads, or past customers and clients as well, is so that you can just develop that trust, like, and know factor with these people, and just kind of get your feet warm. Just get your feet warm a little bit.
And you're gonna walk us through the process.
Yeah, I don't want to say make mistakes, but just kind of like in the beginning, I do want you to have, because I just feel like the best training is actually hands-on, actually doing the job, and so you'll have opportunities even probably coming on next week. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And that kind of really segues into the next steps. And so does it kind of makes a little sense, Dio? It's not going to be after the 90 days where you'll have an opportunity to actually make a sale and to get started. And so that's not what we're going to do. We're going to get y'all to work as soon as possible. Yes. Awesome. Any other questions?
I think most of my questions have really been answered in the agreement. I just had questions about like expenses and things like that. But as far as the in-person portion, as far as like territory, like what's the landmark? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just as far as like how far we would have to go.
Absolutely. And so we'll work together with you on that, on the territory. And here's the thing, you don't necessarily have to do the in-person, you don't have to do the in-person, but that's just an opportunity that you can utilize to increase, your impact as it relates to the income that you're bringing in. But we will have opportunities for you to reach out to people in your surrounding areas. And so we'll kind of work there because of what we do have in our policies. And then we'll provide other opportunities if that's what you want to do as well. If you feel confident, in your ability to gain a sale, to obtain a sale, then you'll have opportunities to do so at the time. Does it make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Any other questions?
Okay, for holidays, Christmas.
Yeah, holidays and Christmas is coming up. So here's the thing. This is not a binding type of position. Like I said, it is, commission only. You're considered an independent contractor, right? And so our holidays are coming up, and so we won't be open. We won't be open during the holidays. And I will communicate that, with y'all. But if you do want to work during the holidays, that's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the clients will also be on holidays too.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe a bit difficult trying to reach clients on holidays.
Absolutely.
I might be wrong, maybe right, I don't know.
Absolutely. And so that's very important to realize, Dio, that a lot of them are going to be working. They're going to be selling a lot of, doing a lot of Christmas sales, Black Friday. We're also going to be doing a Black Friday sale here coming up the next couple of weeks as well. And so I think that that's important. But what I want to tell you is that whenever I will be out of office, I will communicate that with y'all. I do want to let you know that when I'll be out of office during the holidays, I'll let you know that, and I'll probably give you some instructions on who you can contact in the case that you did need to reach out to me. Most of the time, you'll be able to reach to me. You'll be able to connect with me. But outside of that, I'll try to make sure that everything is clear on communication and, you know, and all of those things. So does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Awesome. All right. So next steps is you're going to get access to the task management system. And then you'll fill out more paperwork. You'll also get access to your email, leads, and scripts. You'll have 90 days of training. We will also have weekly meetings coming up. And so one of the things that I did kind of want to talk with y'all is are Wednesdays a good time for y'all at 8 o'clock every Wednesday? I would like to do every Wednesday for the next 90 days as far as like training is concerned and things like that. And then after that, we'll do bi-weekly meetings just to kind of, you know, see where everybody is to talk about reports and things like that.
Yeah, Wednesdays at 8 a.m. works for me.
Can we
Oh,
make the
8 a.m.
time
Central
9
Standard Time.
o'clock?
Huh?
Can we make the time?
Why
Okay,
not 9
like 8
a.m.?
o'clock. I don't know if 8 o'clock would, just is my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if 8 o'clock would work for everybody, because I think, is it you, Catherine? Do you have like, is it a 6 hour, you 6 hours behind or something like that, or?
It's 7 hours. 7 hours behind.
So
yeah.
I feel like be a different time, because what time is it right now where you are?
It is, let me check. It's something past 4 p.m. now.
Oh, okay, okay, 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she's 7 hours
I was
ahead.
thinking it was like in the morning time, like at 3
yeah.
a.m. Okay,
No,
okay.
it's not.
Now I think it is what it's nighttime at with you, Joy, huh?
Yeah, it's 10:27 p.m.
Yeah, so it's
What time is it?
10:27 p.m.
10:27. Okay.
Yeah, so the reason I chose 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays are because our office hours open up at 9:30. So I try to make sure that all the team, everything is clear, everybody's clear on what we're doing, all that kind of stuff before office hours, so that when we're in office hours, we're able to get in and actually work on the client material. And so are we good for 8 a.m.? Of course, it could change, just kind of depending, you know, on everybody's schedule. And we'll also record the trainings as well. I'll record them. And so in the case that you could not come for whatever reason, you know, you have, because I know y'all have other things to do. Some of you also have other jobs and other, you know, things that you're doing. So you'll also have the recordings as well to be able to look at and watch, to be updated on anything that I may be speaking about. So are we okay with that? I know, Dio, you said 9 a.m. You said 9 a.m. would be better for you.
It's fine. 8 a.m. is fine because she's 10:27 right now.
Yeah.
So they put it 9 a.m. Then she'll be like 11:27. So I mean, past 11. So I think 8 a.m. is fine for me though. So
Okay,
that'll be
perfect.
2 p.m. my time.
Yeah, 8 a.m. is fine because I guess it's early enough, because I feel like 9 a.m. would be pushing it too close
Yeah,
to the middle of the day, and I don't want to run behind.
exactly. On other things that you have to do, and ain't nobody got time for that. And so, all right. So we'll do 8 a.m. on Wednesdays, and I will send y'all, you know, Zoom links. We'll use the same link to do that.
Mhm.
All right. So any other questions that y'all may have so that we can wrap it up?
Want to let everyone know that I'm excited and I am ready to go. It may not look like it. That's because my back hurting and I'm cold.
I love it. I love it. Yay! Any other questions? Joy, really briefly, can you just share a little bit about who you are within like 1 minute or less? We kind of did that in the beginning of our meeting, but I would love for you to share a little bit about you.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, I am Cherise Joy. So yeah, Taylor called me Joy. So I started last year. So I think I'm already 1 year. So yeah, I'm actually like a graphic designer and then video editor, also maintaining the website. So um, yeah, I just wanted like to share that I'm also grateful with from Taylor because I really learned a lot, especially in the, in the design, in the video editing. She's really talented, you know. And yeah, I'm also learning, and yeah, right now I'm still working with her and doing a lot of things. So helping her as well for the videos, especially for also for the church. So yeah, and I am also happy to see you all. So you're already many.
Yes, I know, right,
So
Joy?
yeah.
Joy started last year, you guys, and she's been here a year. And so when I tell you that I appreciate you for sharing the training piece, when I tell you that I really enjoy teaching and training, and so I definitely will do everything that I can. If I don't know it, I will learn it to make sure that y'all are fully
Yeah, that's
equipped.
right. You learned the Adobe Premiere in such a short
Yes,
period of time.
absolutely. Joy kind of had to be thrown in a little bit on certain things, and so she also had to kind of learn as she went. In some cases, huh, Joy?
There's a lot of things because there's a lot of clients as well. So yeah.
Yes, so there's a lot of clients to work with. And my goal in the future is also to hire other graphic designers, other website designers, because the more clients we bring on, the more team members we're going to have. I
You're
can't
gonna
be
have
on.
to.
Absolutely. And so thankfully enough, we just got another person. Her name is Kate. She'll probably be on our next meeting on next week. She's also from the Philippines as well. And she just finished her onboarding sign up. And so she'll be on next week. And as we grow and go, hey, we're going to get to know some more people. And so I appreciate every single one of y'all for joining me today on our first meeting. I'm so blessed to have to know y'all. I hope this is not the last opportunity that I'll get to connect with you. And I look forward to all of the much success that we're going to be able to bring. I believe that you're going to have success in your individual lives by you working with TMCA. I know it. I just know it within my heart of hearts. I know it just with everything that's to come, and even just the track record that we already have. And so anyway, that concludes our meeting for today. Any other last final comments and things like that? And I'm going to let y'all go.
Nice meeting everyone. Nice meeting you. Is it Feme, Catherine, EJ,
Daya.
and Joy?
Daya, you're gonna have to change your
I need to
name.
change. Yes, I will. I will. Don't worry. The next meeting you will be seeing this name.
Okay, we gotta make
Oh,
sure you
it's
change your
Daya?
name, because I know your name, but I was calling you. Femi. No, dang it, that's not her name.
Daya?
I'm going to choose it. Yes, Daya.
Okay,
Daya.
nice meeting you, Daya. I was looking at Feme, Lori. That's what I was looking at. Daya.
Dio.
Dio. Dio.
Dio. Is it?
Nice meeting you, Dio.
Daya,
Dio.
yes. Ijiro, yeah. Daya.
Dio. Okay, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, because that I don't like when people, Dio and Catherine. All right. Well, if there are no other comments or questions, be on the lookout for more emails from me. I look forward to connecting with y'all on next week as well. You'll also get an invitation to the communication system that we're going to be using to primarily communicate together. Just kind of quickly, you'll get access to that as well. So please, if you could answer the emails and make sure you're getting into those systems so that you won't miss any information that I'm going to be sending you on the coming weeks. All right. Well, y'all have an amazing day, and I'll be chatting with you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.